Welcome to Khaliis Take. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you can get the newest content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, the talk and speculation and everything has been out there about Skip Bayless and, his tweets in regards to, the player on the Bills that, we saw on the field, basically fighting for his life. Hamilton was his name. And, it was a very bad situation to see. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen anything like that myself in regards to watching football, the years I've watched it. And regardless of that, when you hear or see Skip come out and basically say, in so many words, resume the game, keep the show must go on type mentality that he has, it's really disturbing, because this is a man on the field where DeMar Hamilton is on the field, and he, like I say, he's fighting for his life, and they're trying to do CPR on this player and everything like that, and the players are shook up so badly. It just, you can see it all over their faces, and football is the last thing I think that people should be thinking about when you see a situation like that, because that is beyond a leg injury, a back injury, arm injury, anything like that. That's somebody fighting for their life, and we don't know what the results or the verdict is going to be. And he's still a lot of questions still surrounding DeMar Hamilton and everything. His status is still kind of unknown to a lot of people. They really don't have any updates in regards to it, which is a sad situation. But I definitely hope that he gets better, and I pray for his family and everything, because that's just definitely a scary situation, and it's really very disturbing to see that. But with Skip tweeting what he's tweeting basically, or what he tweeted in regards to basically the show must go on type mentality, that's even more disturbing to me. And when Shannon came on Undisputed, because he had missed the day prior, because he said that hit him a little bit differently with that situation, based upon the fact of Shannon's brother Sterling Sharp got paralyzed, at least momentarily, I think so, in regards to his situation that he had a long time ago. This situation just shook Shannon up a little bit more. And I feel like when Shannon was saying his statement, which we'll get into it, I'll let you listen to it and everything. But I feel like when Shannon was making his statement and everything, about the situation, Skip had to intervene and throw his part in there. And it just sounds very distasteful coming from Skip. I feel like Skip has lost a lot more fan base than, he felt like he probably should, or anything over the situation. One thing about Skip, he does stand on what he say, but at the same time, it's not really, it's bad what Skip said, but the timing when he said it was even worse. You see what I'm saying? And it's just a horrible way to look at the situation. This guy's life definitely comes first before a football game. You're not gonna lose any sleep or lose any hair because the Bills, didn't play the Cincinnati Bengals and it didn't happen that night. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna redo that game or not, but it really doesn't matter at this point. It's all about that player's health. And if Skip can't understand that, I just really want, Shay, I would like to see Shannon Sharp just leave Undisputed, because there's no need for him working with somebody that filthy and that disgusting minded, and try to cover it up with these topics that they do every day and make it seem like everything is okay, because everybody has spoken on Skip and how he is. Jalen Rose has put him in his place. A lot of people, ESPN, tried to put him in his place. I can remember back when he was on ESPN with Stephen A, and Skip just rubs a lot of people the wrong way everywhere he goes. What I'm saying? He's very opinionated, and one thing I will give to him, he does stand on what he say. He doesn't take back his comments or walk back his comments or anything like that. But at the same time, you got to be more human. You got to understand a lot more, and you got to be more aware of what you're saying and when you're saying it. And I just think Skip doesn't really pay attention to that part, because either he doesn't really care, or he feels like what he thinks is definitely superior over anybody else. And that's fine if he thinks that, but it doesn't make it right. What I'm saying? He has the right to his own opinion, but it doesn't mean that it's fact or it makes it the right thing to do. And I just feel like Shannon is so like up to here, up, above his head with Skip antics. I feel like Shannon's either ready to quit or jump over the table and smack the crap out of Skip Bayless. I really do. I mean, because this situation is worse. Well, it is worse than the Tom Brady situation that Skip and Shannon had about a week or 2 ago, 2 weeks ago, and how he basically tried to, embarrass, Shannon on TV and everything like that, national television, which I thought was very wrong from Skip. I just don't think that's what they should be doing. I think they should respect each other's space and respect what each other can do very well. Skip has been in this business for probably 30 years or so, or something like that. So, I mean, his title and, his thoughts on the game and everything is valid, because I mean, he does know a lot about the game and stuff like that. And Shannon's thoughts on the game are very valid too, because he was an athlete, he was a champion, he is a Hall of Famer, and he wasn't a scrub player, a bum player at all. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I feel like they should respect each other a lot more. But I just think there's a disconnect there somewhere, between these two. And but we'll go ahead and I'll let you listen into this here, and we can talk about it after.
What happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So it struck me a little differently, because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down, because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up this.
No, I was just going to say, Skip, I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up, because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation. So clearly, somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Even after listening to that there, as I said, Skip definitely doesn't walk back any of his comments or anything like that. But it really just shows that, Skip is just very opinionated, and he sees things one way. And, a lot of older people, like that, are stuck in their ways, and they just don't see it any other way, and I definitely do not respect, Skip's position in regards to how he felt about that or what he said. And then he tries to, we've heard the comments about him trying to, on another tweet, he tried to walk back his comments a little bit, or make it seem like, he kind of showed care for the guy and everything like that. And a lot of people are on the fence with that, because it just made it seem like, hey, you're just saying that, like you said on Undisputed also, you're just saying that basically to cover yourself so you won't look as bad as you do in front of the world. But the sports world, I mean, he just looks really bad right now, because this is icing on the cake from the first situation what he had with, Shannon about Tom Brady a couple weeks ago. And as I said, this is just the icing on the cake, because it just shows that, Skip is really, he's just really, a distasteful person, you know what I'm saying? And, it really just bothers me. And honestly, it's really hard for me to look at Undisputed, because I feel like Shannon really has more to say. He just can't say it on the air. And on top of that, Skip doesn't really seem apologetic for anything that he's done or said. He just doesn't seem that way. I just don't get the genuineness of his apology. I just don't see it. I don't feel it. And the fact that I don't, I'm pretty sure I speak for many others out there, maybe not everybody, but I speak for many others out there as well who don't feel, his apology towards the situation was even genuine, or as if he really doesn't even care. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But, like I said, more so than anything, what he said was bad, and even more so than that, the timing of it, of saying it, was even worse. So it's just not a situation or a position I think Skip should be in. I really think that It's going to take a hit on Undisputed in regards to their ratings, but, Skip is okay with that. He's made enough money. He's kind of content with where he is and what he's doing. And, it is what it is. But hopefully, things get better with that situation in regards to that player. DeMar Hamilton, I really want to hear some good news out of that. I'm really kind of waiting, and I've been going on my phone looking back and forth just to see if I see anything. So when I hear some good news, I'm definitely going to be happy to hear that. And hopefully, Skip, gets what's coming to him, what I'm saying? And maybe somebody will go on that show and, talk him down, or, maybe go at his throat where he can't respond and he's his back is against the wall, and it's like, he gets a little bit of his payback back or something like that, what I'm saying? So, maybe that'll happen too. But right now, like I said, the main thing is that player. Hopefully he's well, hopefully he's getting better, and hopefully we hear good news soon. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check my other videos if you haven't. And hey, till next time.